Yes, people. Welcome back again. Quick message to the all females that you lot did your thing.
Yes, thank you.
You lot did your thing. I actually watched it back. I enjoyed
Melanin
it.
power. Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it. Did you have a chance to look at it? Or
I certainly did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Definitely.
What are your thoughts?
I think you guys put in a good show.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's quite smooth, elegant.
Yeah.
And well said.
Thank you. You're so eloquent in the way that you talk.
That's
I think it was very good.
Yes, that'll last for like 3 minutes.
But yeah, let me introduce my close brother, Salon brother. Yeah,
mate.
Man. Introduce yourself.
What's Salon? Did I miss the joke?
Yeah, man.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
Sierra Leone.
Are you from Sierra Leone?
Yes.
Swear down.
Yes.
I never know.
See, I'm a special diamond.
Yeah, man.
Undiscovered.
Tell the people about yourself, man.
I'm Gerald. I'm a photographer. I'm involved with people who's in the music industry. So
Sick,
hence why we're kind of here to have this lovely discussion about the next generation.
Yeah, 100%.
And hopefully anyone that's listening out here might get some fruit for new ideas.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
You know, take it from there, you know.
And obviously, like, we've talked a few times, and the way you think is just different, you know. And I like the way you, like, obviously put things out there, like, in terms of your knowledge and how. That's why I said, okay, cool. Let me invite this guy, man. I want people to see him, like, in how his mind works and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think he's a very interesting character, and like just
and like the experience that he has as well.
Exactly.
It's so extensive. It's like he could talk about anything.
Absolutely.
Not
Fashion.
Not everything.
I think he can talk about anything.
You know,
most things.
I can't talk about roads, right? Yeah? I don't have experience.
Questionable.
So,
totally bad.
Yeah, no. Really appreciate being here. Love the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good studio and that, you know what I mean? Got Scarface and all that in there, Pulp Fiction, you know.
Love it.
That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Pop culture.
Yeah, pop culture, you know. Vinyls as well. You youngers should understand vinyls is important.
Yeah.
And record players.
Record players. It's 12-10 techniques, yeah. We know.
Cassettes. Okay. Rewinding the tape. Making sure that it doesn't get squished up.
Yeah, make sure.
Using your finger to go phew.
None of that quick, you know, MP3, quick playlist, quick play, and then, you know, act like you're scratching.
Those are the best days. Don't get carried away.
Yeah.
Those are the best days. What about you, man?
Sony Walkman days.
Sony Walkman days.
When they had the first, you know, proper like MP3 on the phone. You could put it as your ringtone. Yo, actually, I used to bang that out.
Actually, the beautiful thing is not a lot of people realize that the tape player thing got to a new level where it could fast forward to the next track. Do you remember?
Oh my God, yes.
But those were peas in the shop. You only were a baller if you had that. So if you lot don't know about that, Sony took it there. You know,
Whoa.
Next track, it's already the next song. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, trust me.
That's lit.
That's sick, man. That's sick.
I mean, I don't even know if it's still in store or whatever.
No, they wouldn't have that in store.
No, definitely not.
You know,
Apple
ruined that, innit?
Yeah, vintage store. Apple did ruin that.
Do you know what I mean?
Apple replaced everything.
What about you, Nate, man? What have you been on lately?
What have I been doing? I've been doing my radio shows.
Yeah, man.
I had a dual. Well, he doesn't call himself a dual artist, but I had an artist on the show last week. Got another show the day before my birthday next week, so you know it's looking good.
Come on,
getting the interviews down, getting the connections working, the network working. But man, I went out and I got hammered last night, man.
Yeah. If any of you guys, by the way, if you're looking for someone who really knows how to turn up, if you're looking for a weekend, you want to turn up. Like when I mean turn up, you want to get thrashed.
Yacked.
Yeah. Nate is the person. She will make sure you
will not be able to even walk. There ain't gonna be no walking. You're gonna be crawling afterwards. Gonna be crawling.
That's what I'm saying.
Crawling,
man. I love your snaps as well. I'm like, raw. She's living.
Do you know what? Yeah,
I want to live, but I can't.
Everyone do that. Yeah, everyone messages me and they're like, "No, man, I feel like I'm there with you."
You know what I mean?
It's like, yeah. That's the whole point. I'm doing that cameraman whilst catching a wine. Mm-hmm.
No, I love the energy. I loved it, man. So obviously watching your radio show gave me and then we talked about this topic that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, which I'll try to be deep, also respectful, based off the genre and the artist.
Yeah.
While I say respectful, because people have to make money,
and that's their art.
That's their art.
Yeah.
As well. You have to respect people's art, and you don't know what's their story or their history behind the reason why they took that journey and stuff like that. So one of the discussion, I would say the discussion for this podcast is going to be based off drill. Obviously, drill started in South Chicago or something.
Yeah, it started in Chicago.
Yeah.
Then the UK took it
to the whole,
because they like
level.
to, you know, take from other people, and
yeah.
they feel
Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
Definitely.
they set it off.
Agree.
So when you hear the word like drill, what honestly, what pops up in your head straight up? Do you think about it like peaceful, violent, or whatever? What kind of like?
I feel like when someone says drill, the first thing that says to my mind is babies that's discovered chocolate for the first time, because it's new, it's exciting for the kids, because of the tempo of the sounds, the soundscape, the woo, 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 they love that.
Yeah,
and for me, I understand where they go from that. It's kind of like a nice audio based line drum theory, which it crosses over between what my generation experienced with jungle and different other things. It's kind of that kind of soundscape where I get what they're saying.
I love it.
But
I love jungle,
I noticed that some of them are forgetting that it's art, and I think a lot of them are trying to literally pigeonhole it into like some form of revenue stream that is going to get them out of whatever problem that they have. But the problem is that I find is that not all of them are being honest.
Okay.
And the more honest, the artists that do well are the ones that really don't care and tell you what it is.
Yeah.
And they're into the art fully. Then the work translates into the revenue, into the backing from the bigger entities in order for them to make that gateway so that other young ones would know what they're doing.
Okay.
Now, what I noticed with drill is, to be honest, I'm going to be honest to the public, I actually really hated it for a long time.
Yeah, that's what it's about. You have to be
because you know, Alison put me on and I started doing a bit of research. So there's a couple. Actually, there's not a couple. There's only two that I come across that I'm like, okay, you're coming from the roots of what the OGs of my generation come from. Yeah, and it was the truth, what it is. And I'm telling you a story, and it has to be believable. So, the first thing I noticed with the production is there's no originality. When there's a certain sound that's doing very well, you'll see someone copy paste. They put on their Fruity Loops.
Yep.
You know what I mean? In their bedroom, in the mum's yard. Yeah, tinny music, tick 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 tick. They come out. They say, yeah. We're gonna do. And the worst thing is the packaging. They need to understand anything artistic that is to be sold needs to be packaged in a way that is actually digestible to most of the public, you know.
When I
say most, it's like you have to understand that sometimes when you do closed art, if revenue is part of your agenda, you have to understand there's some people that might not really take certain things into consideration. So for example, when you see a new drill artist that's young, you'll notice they might have got a great melody or a good producer. I'm noticing, actually, shout out to the producers of the genre are killing it.
Yep.
I have no qualms with them. They're the ones doing all the work.
They are.
That is true.
And it's all the artists. There's many artists in there coming with that ABC crap. I'm not feeling it at all because it's not believable. I don't believe anything. You know what I mean? Oh, I got the sticks and what they're doing. They're so broke. They're using fingers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? How are you supposed to believe that with the gun fingers? Do you know what I'm saying? How much bodies you killing? Can you afford the ammunition? Do you even know how much that costs? Do you get what I mean? It's like not everyone's a killer. I'm sorry.
But you have to also understand there are certain things they can't visually put.
Because
YouTube
we're
alone.
in the UK. We're in the UK. Everyone who's real in the UK, if you really are a dual artist, you should already expect to go to jail once that album drops. Okay? You should already know. And if you're really real and you do it and you come out, you're gonna sell even more because you really are the truth. Do you see what I mean? So
No,
for me,
that's true.
for me, it's not that I'm like a drill guy or shooting everyone and spending 30 G's a week on ammunition. No. The main thing with me is like I like artists that immerse me into their world for that 3 minutes to 2-3 minutes. So like if you close the test for me is if you close your eyes and just listen, are you there? Does it feel like you're in a movie? Sometimes a good movie, you know it's bullshit, but you're in it.
Absolutely.
You see what I mean? The sound, the location, the visuals, even like how it's put together. Because once you have I think most of the artists have talent, but they don't have a strong team. Right. Because if the team believes in the purpose of what you're doing, sorry, I almost like put my lips all over the mic and that. Yeah, apologies to the public.
Lips on the mic.
You know, lips on the mic.
Lips on the mic.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
With you said something very like interesting there when you talked about closing your eyes and visualizing that image.
Yeah.
But I feel like then you're actually visualizing the producer, who should be the real drill artist.
No, because it's a package. It's a package. The audio is supposed to take it further from the artist. So whatever the producer's done, whatever they're saying is they're doing the storytelling.
Yeah, it takes
but when you when you haven't lived enough in your life, where you go to school, you learn class, you come home. If you're 2 minutes late, your mum bucks your ass. Right. You probably spend most of your time on PlayStation. You don't know YouTube, all that, because the youngers today, you like don't go and visit things. When in my time, we used to go out, you have scratches on your knees, you were out on the streets. Your parents used to be like, yo, when you coming back? Do you understand what I mean? Nowadays you're trying to tell the kids to get out the house. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like they go off what they see and they think they understand, but it's like I can tell from when they're talking, you're not even old enough to even give me any real things. Substance. You get what I mean? I did do some research though, because I want to make out like it's all done. There's an artist out there. I know it might be a bit old, but CB, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. Take that risk. That one's peak. Shout out to CB. Yeah, that was hard. That one there was hard. And the reason why, but there's problems with that.
Okay.
So I think the production. A-star, love it. Yeah. And that what wasn't too much. It just came just in the right time. Do you know what I'm saying? And then when he said all the different bars and stuff was coming, it's more or less like, what I liked about it was if you really think about it, it's a deterrent. It's that's the first time I saw in drill someone's actually saying, you don't want to take that risk. Okay. I like that. Because it's like, this is what I do, this is what we're on. But you don't want to take that risk. And it's true, you really don't.
You don't.
Do you see what I mean? Because when I looked at the whole video and everything, I'm like, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you've had that life, you've had everything. But I also believe there's some weak links in the team. Official. It's official. Because visually, I am sick to death of looking at estates, aren't you? I'm absolutely tired of seeing estates. I'm tired of it.
It's an estate. It's in a block. It's in a rented car.
Well, how you low-key?
And then it's in a brought down car park, a brought down park.
You know why we've got all this crime and all these things happening? Because everyone's showing where they're at.
And that's where they always go. And that's where always the crime happens.
That's where they always.
Right?
They film it, but you know what? That's the art within itself.
Right.
They're filming it in the spot.
Right.
No, that's stupid. That's stupidity. That's just stupidity.
I don't think it's pure stupid. It's stupid to an extent if they really are about that life, and then it's a risk for them.
Right.
But it's not stupid in the sense that you want the real. That's the real. Okay. They're showing it to you visually now. That's the real.
You see,
that's my local corner shop. That's my local chicken shop. That's why I used to play in the park. That's where I grew up on. They're showing you.
That's the real.
That's where the art dies for me.
Why?
Because I only believe it when I listen and I don't look. As soon as I look, I'm like, this is some bullshit. I switch off. Right? Because you're not taking me there. Just because you're from XYZ doesn't mean when you present yourself as an artist, you need to let me know where you're at or whether. Take me somewhere else. Visually take me somewhere. Go to a studio and get some creative idea. And sometimes you have rappers talking about all sorts of stuff, but they're not necessarily out the block. This was something that the Wu-Tang was doing in the beginning, but if you notice through their whole career, did you really see them out in the state all the time. No, it's you have to entertain. It's 3 minutes.
It's hard though, because obviously I completely understand where you're coming from and your way of thinking of things, but you also have to understand this is how a lot of these artists started off as. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you can't just start showing like, let me say, you're in a big mansion house when.
They doing that. I've done my research too.
Like I'm not gonna show.
I don't believe that either.
Say for example, I'm just starting this drill artist thing. Like
right,
maybe, like today. I'm shooting a video today. I'm not gonna show you that I live in a big mansion and stuff like that. Then I'm telling you it's a lie.
Well, why not? If you really have it, you see, this is the problem with us in the UK. We're not paying attention, right? The same people from the same culture overseas let you know that everything is real. Okay? Yeah. So when they come out and they say, yo, I'll really be out on these streets, I'll be making this though, you be looking, you be like, oh shit, I really see. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? When they say, yo, I'll do this thing, everything's paid in full. None of that monthly direct debit bullshit, right? They really have the dough. Okay? So when they say they're in the streets, I'm a hustler, I'm doing my thing, yeah, they ain't sitting there making a bit of change to go buy the latest Nikes, right? They actually have real dough. So when they go and promote their song, they have the dough to promote their own song because they have their own label.
That makes sense.
They paid the cost to be the boss. Thank you, Snoop. Thank you. Yeah. Paid the cost to be the boss. But if you ain't got the bread, I don't want you screaming on the mic telling me how I'm on the road.
Okay, cool.
What are you doing on the road?
How are they meant to start off?
How they meant to start off? Get the money first.
That's the problem.
Hold on. Why are you on the roads then?
Where you meant to get the money?
Isn't the roads meant to be the fast lane?
Yeah.
So you get it. So drugs then?
No, they're saying
I'm
on the roads.
Yeah. So they're saying that they're on the roads, which means that they're doing the madness.
Because you ain't getting tax, are you?
Right? No, they're getting it in full. And you got a lot of free time.
So, there's a lot of things out there, okay? Yeah. So you're doing your thing. That's what you're saying. Because personally, if you're doing that, you shouldn't really have your mouth open and be on TV. Because if you're really eating, you should be quiet.
You
personally, I think that's common sense, right? But, these days, it's not my life, it's their life, isn't it? So if they want to sit there and say, yeah, I'm on the roads or whatever, it's cool. So if you're on the roads, why are you still in the same estate? Yeah. Why are you wearing the same tracksuit that the man that ain't on the road's wearing?
He is.
No.
Right? And then, on top of that, you're riding around and all your man them around you are on bicycles. You don't look like you're eating. And then you're talking about WAPs and all this and shooting up, man. I'm pretty sure you can't even afford the pistol. Or maybe you have the pistol, but you ain't got the money for the ammunition. Or maybe you don't even know how to clean or use the damn thing. You understand what I mean? You just wave it around and hope for the best. So I don't know. But like when they put that to me, hope for the best, you know what I mean? Look, at the end of the day,
today.
They always tell you about how they're shooting people. They don't tell you about how many hits they actually made, Because I guess that needs practice, right? Okay, so the way I see it is they just need to make it believable by being the truth. So if you want to do drill and you're not really about the roads, that genre does have a sonic scape and something for you, which is why I like some of the team that Central T has had. So they kind of allowed him to understand that when he's recording his project, that there's other elements to you. It's not just I'm on the roads and I don't have a heart and I don't.
I agree with that.
So it's spreading it around and giving a blueprint for the next generation to do a better job.
A whole horse to the ends.
That's mad.
A whole horse to Shepherd's Bush Market.
That's mad.
Do you think that he was riding on a horse doing drops? No, but creativity. You got the money to get the horse to come and stand up.
I don't rate the horse, man, because it smells still.
It does, but what I mean is that
and the turds it leaves on the street can mash up your crepes.
Yeah, no.
You're too close to the mic.
Sorry.
What I mean by that is that he could have just done like the block thing, whatever, which he has done. Yeah. But he's evolved from that. So he's like, okay, cool. I've done the block thing. I can't do the block thing in every single song just because I'm a drill artist. So what did he do? He bought a damn horse. Where did he bring it? Into the ends.
I love that, and I agree with you. Yeah. But I also think he's got a great team around him. It's not just him.
No, of course, but what I mean isn't like the direction.
Yeah.
Same with Heady One. Whoever is his producing team or musical team, God bless you, because they brought him out of his comfort zone of pure drill, and they started adding samples. They like different kind of samples, like R&B samples that you wouldn't think that Heady One can do, and he made it
easy.
Do you know what I mean? So like stuff like that, you know, helps. You know,
have to be patient.
Helps with the stigma.
I am patient. I've seen enough changes in music with different groups of youngsters, and they get older and they mature into different things. It's just that I feel like I think so far for me, CB is like.
So that's.
I keep going on about that's the only one that really
got your attention.
Got my attention is because he was as strong as the production, the words, the choice of words, and how he puts his words together means if you stick him. This is one of the things. I think there was many years ago I saw. This is going way back, youngsters, all right, but. There was a rapper called Sway that was really big in the UK. Yeah. And he went to America and did a cypher with Talib Kweli, who I met, really, really nice guy, he's cool, and Styles P. Now, he was big in the UK, and he was meant to be the big fish or whatever. Yeah. Listen, like, when he did his cypher and the beat comes, and, you know, the Americans are watching, they're waiting for us. But we keep coming with that poopty poop bollocks, right? Yeah. So he starts saying, you know, them man are like, what the fuck is all that, right? Yeah. And then Talib Kweli came on and just really smashed him, and I was like, ugh, that's not too bad. And then Styles smashed both of them, and it was horrible. After that, I was like, oh, you guys really aren't ready, you know? Yeah. And I feel like Central C, he's great.
Do you think he's going to be the next guy
he's got like the kind of Drake system where he'll be in a studio, he's got all the right things around him, and they'll narrow it, and whatever comes out is going to be great because he's got the great team. But if you take that team away and you just put him there with his own lyrics, I don't think I don't think you can't do a verses. You can't. Even if you do acapella, now see if CB can. Because I know if someone wanted to test him, because you see, a lot of this music came from the streets, so it's more about you know.
But I feel like we haven't seen everything from Central C yet, so we can't judge him based off a few samples.
Look, I mean, I like his music, and I know his new look is a little bit more aggressive. Yeah. But one look, I'm not that convinced. I really am not. I'm not that convinced that it's been tough all the way through in his life. I just don't. He had some troubles. Some people do, but I'm not convinced. That's not pure drill. CB gives me that pure drill. Yeah. He has to cover his face. Okay. You have to. If you really, really, really are about that, you're not gonna put your face on there. You have to. So I'm like, okay, this one's cool. He needs to change the mask thing. He had one that was black but blue, and it's been rinsed a little bit, so he needs a bit of a change up. You know,
switching up I know, love. Like you don't like drill. You understand? Like you. It's not like, okay, we'll say 90% you respect drill. Respect drill, basically.
I respect the producers.
But not the artist.
The artists, they're just too, with what's out there right now, they're forgetting that there's more than just the ends. Like when you put music out, you're up against all the goats.
Exactly.
Let's be realistic. Once you put it on that Spotify, it's against all the goats. Yeah. And when you don't make your music align, how can someone like Pop Smoke come out from nowhere, take that the drill thing, and just absolutely catapult it to the whole world? And you see, these drill artists, they're not doing world tours. That's what the bookers like. They don't like the guy that, you can sell out the local pub or whatever, but then at the same time, all the people that are going there are probably carrying things. You know, it's also who are you bringing to those places. Do you know what I mean? Sally in Yorkshire ain't gonna be on your stuff, but Sally in Yorkshire is probably the one that's going to buy most of your stuff. Like, for example, if you look at Kanye, most of the people who actually buy his stuff is not really actually from our culture. Yeah, that's where they get most of their revenue from. So when you're doing things like Trap Star, my problem with that is, apart from it being very well and all this and interlinked with the drill and stuff, it's creating more racial profiling in some ways, because when you're advertising and saying to someone, I'm a trap star, and then you get a search, the police come up and, you know, search you and stuff, you think, why? But really, you're just advertising something that, you know, like, I mean, at least be a little bit more low key. Like, you see Off-White, you know, a lot of people don't really think about what that might mean. Right. You know, Off-White.
I feel like I'm learning a lot.
I like it because it's sneaky. It's sneaky. Because when Virgil did it before, he did it as Pyrex, and that's a bit bait. Okay, anyone who's into chef work should understand.
Yeah.
So it's a bit bait, but when you say Off-White, it's like, it could be. What does that mean? But then when you visually place different people, what he did differently is he didn't put all the rappers there before. You see, you gotta look at your history to know how to move. Yeah. So he did Pyrex. He had like all the rappers on it and stuff. It just looked bait, and it didn't take off as much. Same thing, remixing clothes that he found and putting his little thing on there. But then when he did the Off-White, you'll see like a Chinese model just doing the normal stuff or whatever, and then it just looked like more like a fashion brand, and then everyone's like, actually that's all right. And then obviously that partnership with Nike or whatever really took it to the next level. But when you look at Off-White, you just think, oh, Off-White, yeah, nice patterns or whatever. Sally don't know what Off-White means, and
that's
Sally, sorry Sally, but now you know. You know what you've been wearing, right? But
that makes sense.
You know, R.I.P. Virgil. Do you know what I mean? Legend, right?
Absolutely.
Under the nose, it's great when it's under the nose. When you don't really know,
yeah.
In the corporate room, what do they know about Off-White? Oh, I just call it Off-White. Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's
I'll invest. You know, it's not a problem, right? But I'll invest. When you say, yeah, I've got a brand. This Trap Star, and they're like, oh.
It's Off-White.
Yeah. They're like, Trap Star.
Yeah, it's not even like TS or anything, or Trappy or something.
Yeah.
I'm Trap Star. And it's like,
they get a bit cringy about that.
PR team's already writing notes.
Don't worry, like,
it's a situation waiting to happen, right? So that's why I feel like when you put Essential C in there, and he's wearing all these Trap Star clothes. It's all a certain type of people that's going to. Every youngster I see wearing a Trap Star thing, I'm looking at him and say, "You really ain't a Trap Star." I don't know why you're advertising it like you are. Do you get what I mean? Your hands have never probably even seen baby powder, let alone white.
Actually, interesting to that as well. Do you think that influences violence then within the youths based off what they see of maybe like you said, Trap Star? Music, sound, what they're listening to, basically. That kind of
I think
or influence.
This is a techie one because I think it it boils down to how you interpret and take in music. If you're someone that decides to listen to music because it's got a good vibe, regardless of what the person's singing or saying, you're just there because you just want to do gun fingers and bop in your room.
Yeah.
But some people actually look to music to internalize it and take advice from it and take stuff from it. Okay. Yeah. So if you're one of those passive listeners who is easily influenced by lyrics, for example, you know, when Cardi B says twerk, twerk, twerk,
you got like 100 million.
You got 100 million girls twerking, twerking.
Absolutely.
But some people
shout out to Cardi B.
Shout out to Cardi B. But what I mean is that some people will internalize it and be like, I want to be like Cardi B. I want to be, a stripper. Okay. I want to do these things. I want to do doggy, whatever. And then they start and then they start doing it. You know what I mean? But then some people, they just want that to go like to a club and listen to it in a club just to shake their nyash for like an hour and then come back home and be reserved. Like, do you know what I mean? Fair enough. So the same applies to drill.
Yeah. Now she was powerful when she was running. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
Every girl was a stripper on the street when she had a campaign.
But that's the influence of it as well.
Nah, man, he went so far that Balenciaga put on a billboard. Balenciaga don't put no strippers on the billboard, B.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? That was real movement there. Shout out to Cardi B, Pete.
Yeah, so so putting that into the drill context. Okay. Yes, some youths might relate to the story because they're actually living that life. So then because they relate to it, it's like it has an influence on them or like an impact on them, which they kind of take away and take, maybe what the elders are saying in their music and blah, 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 blah. But then on the opposite side, as you said, like Danny from Essex might be listening to drill.
Don't forget Sally.
Just because he wants to fist pump in his room. Like, do you get what I mean?
That's true.
So it's like, it all depends on the person. I can't say collectively, drill is violent and it just influences. No. These 16-year-olds have their own minds. Of course. These 14-year-olds have their own minds. It may not be developed, but they have their own minds to an extent. They know right from wrong. You can't tell me that they don't know right from wrong. Absolutely. So if they take someone saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna swing my whap in the op face," and then they go and actually do that. That's on their own accord. That is not the artist's fault. The artist is saying it either most of the time because they've lived it, or because they're just saying it because it makes money. You understand?